NoReset Speedrun pour ramasser des fonds pour la fondation Les Petits Rois, qui a pour mission de promouvoir l'éducation et le développement d'enfants atteints de déficience intellectuelle avec ou sans troubles liés au spectre de l'autisme. Je vous rappelle qu'on ramasse des fonds pour le projet de la maison intelligente, donc vous êtes les bienvenus pour donner généreusement. D'ailleurs, parlant de dons, nous avons Khalid qui vient de proposer un don de 5,69. Keep on coming! Merci beaucoup. Et nous avons également Mini Sebranga qui offre un don de 20 $. Bonne chance à tous ceux impliqués en fin de semaine. Je mets mon don dans Cyber Shadow en rose parce que rose peppermint, c'est nice. Donc, je vous rappelle nos commanditaires du week-end également, Loto Québec, Other Minds et aubureau.co. Donc, merci beaucoup à tous nos généreux commanditaires. La run du jour sera Bomberman 64 qui sera présentée par HyperFlux. Donc, merci beaucoup à toi.
Bonjour. Donc, ouais, une petite run de Bomberman 64. Also, I just wanted to say that I'll do the commentary in English. The big reason why is I know that a lot of people here are English and don't really understand French, and I know it can be a little bit frustrating to watch a run and not understand the commentary. Therefore, I will be covering the entire commentary in English. So, are we ready to start this run? All right, so if we can start with the countdown, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, go. So the first thing I'm going to do is going to reset the game. The reason why I'm doing this is because when you start a new game, in this game, you have to watch an intro cutscene, and that intro cutscene is so long that it is actually faster to reset the entire console and having to reload the game, the save file. So first stage, it's more like a tutorial kind of stage. So you're basically told what are the different controls that you can use, what are the different, maybe not abilities, but stuff that you can do. So here I'm just kicking some bombs. Here I'm going to do a little trick. So here, when you land from a high distance, Bomberman does a small animation. But if I stun myself with a bomb, I can cancel that animation. So it's not a big speedrun strat, but it saves a few frames. And basically, the stage it's only going after those green switch to unlock the exit. Once the exit is open, you can go to the next stage. And also by abilities, there are a few tricks that the developers show you a little bit that you can do. And one of those tricks is called a bomb bridge. So you can just put a bomb right here in between a gap in between two platforms, and it can allow you to get across this gap. And by doing that, you can save quite a lot of time and quite a lot of troubles in many stages. So here I'm going to pick up the last green switch and going to unlock the exit. So each world is divided in 4 stages. Stage 1 and 3 is basically some kind of puzzle adventure stage. Stage 2 is a Bomberman fight. And stage 4 is more like a monster style of boss, which is sometimes a bit annoying. So for the first Bomberman style of boss fight, that boss is very easy. As long as I don't move, he doesn't move, and that allows me to do a trick that can skip, that can save quite a lot of time. So hopefully, if it doesn't move too much. And that's not what's supposed to happen. Well, that's unfortunate. But basically, the point is I'm basically going to stun the boss and going to throw them out of the stage. Honestly, it's pretty rare that it happens I screw up on that boss. But anyway, I can beat them in the classic way of just throwing bombs at them. So it's a bit unfortunate that I screwed up here. Not sure why, but whatever. And next up is stage 3. So stage 3 rather easy. It's honestly it's a little bit like stage 1. The only difference is I have to go after this blue crystal, but this annoying bird is going to be a jerk and just move it around the place. So I have to keep chasing him. So just going to open the door here. And also in this game, you have the classic Bomberman upgrade. So to put it in short, if you don't know a lot, please. So we don't know a lot about the Bomberman. You have some upgrades, such as, please, can you get out of the way? Okay, he's not supposed to be here normally. So you have 3 kind of upgrades that I'm going to use for this run. You have the bomb upgrade, which allow me to drop more bombs at the same time. You have the fire upgrade, which allow my bombs to have a bigger blast radius. So here I just got the bomb upgrade. And having a bigger blast radius, it doesn't do more damage, but for the boss it can be a little bit easier because you have a bigger chance to hit their hitboxes. And finally, you have the remote bomb upgrade, which I'm going to pick up here, which allow me to control when the bomb is going to detonate. You also have some other upgrades, but I'm not going to cover them because they are not in the run. For example, you have the red bomb upgrade, which give you the maximum blast radius instantly. But we don't really need that upgrade for this run. So right now I'm just going to reach the end of the stage, which is located right here. Oh, well that screwed up. Also for this art, I'm not going to explain it right away. I'm just going to wait a little bit further. There's a reason why I need a heart. I'm not supposed to have one right here. It was just because of that boss fight. But in short, it allowed me to take some damage without dying.
Est-ce que c'est possible de lire une donation?
Yes, of course. Go ahead.
Happy Louis nous offre une donation de 21,80 $. Rose Peppermint for Cyber Shadow. Bonne chance à tous les runners. Thank you, Happy Louis.
Thank you, Happy Louis, for that donation. And now stage 4, we have Draco the Dragon. For some reason his feet are looking like fishes, I'm not sure why. And this boss, he got 3 attacks. He can try to bite me, he can try to breathe fire and try to burn me. And he also has a useless attack where he just fly under this bridge and he does absolutely nothing, just as you can see. So just need to time my bomb for this, but it basically does no damage to me. So this is one thing about this game is even though you're having a PB pace, just because the boss are giving you a bad cycle, you can lose a lot of time because of that. So what is he going to do next? Oh, also one thing I need to be sure to not hit his head because it's going to stun him. It does no damage and it just wastes time. But here, he's done. And that's it. Also, you may notice that in the end of each stage, I get some golden cards. Those are like stars in Super Mario 64. If you unlock 100 of them, you can unlock the secret world. And you can get them inside the stage or by doing some random thing, some specific things in the boss fight. So here I'm just going to try to get a fire upgrade because it's going to be useful at the end of the run. There is one boss which is very annoying. It becomes a little bit less annoying with at least one fire upgrade. And here I'm going to do a bomb jump. Bomb jumps are not intended by the developers. I just need to place a very precise bomb from the wall, and it allows me to basically jump over some ledges, and it basically breaks some stages. So for example, this stage you're not supposed to be able to beat that stage that quickly. You have many bridges and buttons that you need to press to beat it, but just by doing the bomb jumps, I can skip a lot of, I can break a lot of stage, I might say. Next up is Artemis. So Artemis' behavior is to always stay away from Bomberman's sight. So if I look directly at her, she's going to go in another direction. And she's also going to try to keep her distance from Bomberman because she does an attack that strike from quite far away. But hopefully, if I am lucky enough, I can throw her out in the water. And there you go. That's how normally you're supposed to beat those bosses. It's super quick, but you just need to not screw up at the beginning of the boss fight. And now for stage 3, so you saw a double bump jump. Now we're gonna see a triple bump jump. Triple bump jump allow me to go even higher, just like this. And the precision for the triple bump jump is less, but you need to be careful. If you do a triple bump jump in a place where you're supposed to do a double bump jump, that can be problematic, because that third bump that keeps jumping up and down can hit you and it basically can kill me. So here I'm going to do a tricky bump bridge. It's not. It's also, this one is not intended by the developers, but they allow me to get right here, please. And I can do a triple. Okay, that's not supposed to happen, so I'm going to be a little bit more careful. And there you go. So normally there will be a staircase that will rise up here, but by doing a bump jump we can break the stage and go directly to the exit. So stage 4, we have Leviathan, which is a very annoying fish because he got one attack that takes up quite a lot of time, and it's super easy to dodge. It's just a complete waste of time, honestly, and that's quite annoying when it happens. So I'm going to try to hit him. Miss on that one. Hit him once. Oh, also this one is quite tricky. If you throw a bomb directly at his mouth, he gets double damage. So this is very great that I was able to pull it off. And there you go, he's already dead. So thankfully he didn't do that attack that takes quite a lot of time. I can go directly to the third world, which is Ride Mountain. Also, one fact: the order of the world in this game, it's basically like a Mega Man with the Robot Master. You can choose the world that you want to start with. You have a complete freedom with that. It's just that some worlds are more meant to be the beginning world where you start. So for example, when I started with the Greenwood Garden stage 1, there was a little tutorial with shown how to use the abilities and what are the controls. While if I started in this stage, well, I wouldn't have that, and to be honest, this stage is a little bit difficult. So here I'm going to stay on the left side of that ladder so I don't get hit by that spike rack enemy. But unfortunately I fell off. So hopefully I can do that again and maybe not fell off again in the lava. Alright. Next to the last part of the stage. Just need to hit some switch on the wall while also not getting hit by those fireballs. Oh. Alright. And now the upcoming boss is quite tricky. Basically, this boss is going to give me my own medicine, and by that I mean he's going to do exactly what I did to the other bosses. He's going to try to stun me and throw me out of the stage. But hopefully, if I am fast enough, I can stun him first and throw him out of the stage. So let's see what's going to happen here. And there you go. He didn't even get the chance to do it. thanks God. So for the upcoming stage, I don't really have much to say. So I think I may talk a little bit about my experience about this speedrun. Speedrun. It's one of the first games I've learned to learn how to speedrun. I had a lot of nostalgia for this game, and when I started to look at the resources that were available in speedrun.com pages for Bomberman 64, there was some really great guides on how to speedrun this game. And honestly, speedrunning this game is very easy once you get used to the speedrun strats. Foot Big Mike honestly did a very great guide, very well made, which makes it very easy to learn. And I believe 2 months ago, Library Raccoon just did a condensed guide for this game, which is only 8 minutes long, and it basically tells you all of the strats that you need to do for this game. So a very fun game to run. Only problem is sometimes you're on a PV pace, and just because a boss decides to do some random attacks that takes quite a lot of time, you can waste quite a lot of time, and that's quite annoying. So next up we have Hades, which got quite a lot of health, but is, in my opinion, the easiest monster boss in the game. So you just get close to him, throw a bomb. He's always going to hit me with his fist, but all I have to do is just throw bombs at him, and he's basically easily done. He got also another attack where he basically T-pose and oh, that wasn't supposed to happen. That's unfortunate. So as I was saying, he got another attack where he's going to T-pose around the stage and try to hit me with his fist, but that's very easy to dodge, as you can see. So just need to stay far away from his reach. Sorry if I'm being quiet here. I'm not supposed to die on this boss, honestly. Also, by the way, if any of you guys in the chat have any question about this run, I can answer your question. There is no problem with that. So third world complete, and we're going next to White Glacier. Okay, so first thing first, in White Glacier, I need to pick up a heart, and heart in this game works exactly the same way as rings in Sonic the Hedgehog. So if you're not sure what I'm talking about, basically once you get an heart, it allows you to get it at least once. Once you get it, that heart is going to be, you're going to drop that heart, so you can pick it up back. And the reason why I'm picking up an heart is not to make the run faster because it's going to be harder, but just because there is a glitch near the run of the game which I'm going to do. And that glitch is going to allow me to save a ton of time. So hopefully if I can not lose that heart for the rest of the run, I will be able to do that glitch. So here I'm just going to finish this stage. It should be rather fast right now. Going to throw that bomb at this house. And here we have the exit. Upcoming next, we have the boss fight with Regulus. And Regulus is one of the easiest boss to beat in this game. He basically does some kind of a sprint attack, which I'm going to bait. And once he reached the end of his sprint, I can just kick a bomb at him and throw him out of the stage. So for this one, it's rather rare to screw up. So I'm just going to wait at the lower part of the stage. And there you go. Easy as that. So upcoming next is a stage 3. And in stage 3, the developers kind of decided to make the stage a little bit difficult. So they decided to put ice physics all over the place. But in the case of the 80%, it's not going to bother me a lot. Also, there's a small gimmick where in this part of the stage, they put the camera down just to try to confuse the player. In my case, I just need to go straight ahead in the 80%. But if I had to do the 100% of this game, you have to go through a very narrow path with ice all over the place. It's very easy to screw up and fall all the way down. And if you fall all the way down, you have to do it all over again. So yeah, that's quite annoying. But hopefully I can reach the exit. So also one thing that I need to be careful about this stage is, as you can see, some part of the stage are a little bit narrow. If I get hit at least once by a monster, I get some knockback and I can fall all the way down. So as you can see, there was some kind of little monster near the end of that part that almost hit me. If they hit me, I'm going down, and yeah, it's not great. But in particular here, there's a penguin, which is close to the exit, and oh, totally felt like not giving me a hard time. So I'm thankful for that.
Est-ce qu'on a le temps pour lire une petite donation?
Yes, sir.
Bien sûr. Alors, Spoffy fait une donation de 10 $ et il me demande de dire « Cindy, you can do this. Peter Pepper pick a peck of pickle pepper, a peck of pickle pepper, Peter Pepper pick if Peter Picker pick a peck of pickled pepper. Where's the peck of pickled peppers? Pepper picker of this one. So, c'est ton tour. It's your time.
Alright, so this boss, all I need to do is just stay all the way down. I'm gonna be honest, so that got me confused a little bit. Okay, so yeah, this boss, I just need to stay under him and just throw bombs at him. And normally when you're fast enough, you don't get the animation where he breaks the floor and you fall on this spider web here. But I was a little bit slow, unfortunately. And now we get access to the final world, which is Black Fortress. And I'm just going to check something. I'm not sure, do I still have an art? Yes, all right. So for the first part of this stage, I just need to walk against traffic. So the pattern is very simple: bus on the left, car on the right, bus on the right, and car on the left, and it's always going to loop. So most of the time I'm going to stay on the right side of the road. Oh, I didn't get this one, unfortunately. And neither this one. That's unfortunate. Okay, so upcoming, I will do a glitch called the Ghost Walk. So the Ghost Walk is a state where the game doesn't understand what's going on with Bomberman, and it basically means that the map triggers in the game are not going to happen because of that. And because the map triggers are not going to happen, it allows me to skip an entire surprise boss fight. So hopefully, if everything goes right. So here you can see Bomberman is not having his walk animation, it's basically T-posing, and I skip this entire boss fight here. Also mean that the exit trigger doesn't happen, but by picking up a bomb, I can go back to the normal state, and therefore trigger the exit of the stage. Stage 2 is high-tech harvester. This is where the run becomes extremely difficult. This guy can give me a real bad day. He can spam a lot of attacks, and a lot of them are extremely deadly. So I'm going to stay far away from him most of the time. Sorry for being quiet here, but I just don't want to screw up on that boss. Okay, it wasn't so bad honestly. He didn't spam too many attacks and he went out very easily. So at least the worst part of the run is complete. And now we can go to stage 3. The first time you do this stage casually, it is extremely annoying. There is a ton of buttons and places that you have to go. It's basically a big labyrinth. And it is extremely easy to get confused in this stage. But by doing some bomb jumps at some places, we can make this stage much easier to complete. So also one thing to be careful in this stage. Right now it's not too bad, but there are some places in the later part of the stage where we have some very narrow path and once again some enemies that are blocking the way. Oh, here I screwed up. It's not too bad. So I was supposed to do a bomb bridge to get all the way here, but it's fine. You have also a ton of elevators. I believe it was in this part of the level. You have like something like 12 elevators and you have to pick up which one is the good one. Here I'm just going to stay away from those enemies. Double bomb jump here, so I don't have to go through those lasers. And once again, going to carefully stay away from these two guys.
Est-ce que nous avons le temps pour lire une autre donation?
Bien sûr.
Désolé pour la confusion. Spuffy fait une donation de 5$. Who are we gonna break? Seashell by the seashore. Susie. Work in a shoes shine shop. Where's she shines, she sit. And where's she sit, she shines. Love you, Cindy. That's you.
I remember some of those comments. I know one in French. It was like the verre vert of my grand-mère n'est pas vert, mais I don't even remember what it was, but yeah, it's So last part of the stage, basically the run is not complete. Just to be careful not to get hit by those enemies, which can be blocking the way. So hopefully here, this guy is not going to... Okay, he's far away. And therefore the stage is complete. So for the final stage, which is the final boss, this boss is split in two. So there is a Bomberman that I need to try to get rid of. But he has a small drone companion, which shoots a laser that basically kills everything. And I need to stay away from him. But at the beginning of the fight, if I am very careful, if I throw a bomb at a very precise place and moment, this boss is going to throw himself out of the stage. But need to be careful, there is a second phase of this fight. Don't worry for the time, I'm going to warn you. Alright, so the first phase is complete. So for the time, if you see in the upper left side there is a timer, it's going to count back, and when that timer is going to stop, it is going to be time. But don't worry, I will give you quite a big warning. So his final phase is for some reason the easiest boss in this game. He gets stunned for a very long time. So it gave me more than enough time to stun him and just throw him out. Oh, for some reason, looks like I got carried away maybe. And this is not something that I wanted to happen. Okay, and time. So that's it. The run is basically complete. So I wanted to thank everyone at NoReset for taking me another a second time for a run. I know that I've run this game at LAN ETS 2020, but I've kind of screwed up a little bit. So I'm very glad that you guys decided to pick me up a second time. And also I would like to give a shout out to Benchosly and his community. Honestly, ever since I've met NoReset, I've started to know about Benchosly tournaments and events. And honestly, I've been very happy to know Benchosly and the community. So I wanted to give you guys a thank you for watching me, and have a very good day.
Merci beaucoup HyperFluxQc pour cette présentation de Bomberman 64 qui était en Any%. Le prochain va venir présenter sa run. Il s'agit de Octopoleon qui nous présentera autour de 12h09 Armored Warriors en Any% aussi sur arcade. Donc restez des nôtres pour la prochaine partie de cette belle petite fin de semaine NoReset pour ramasser des fonds pour la fondation Les Petits Rois avec la maison intelligente. Alors bonne pause à tous.